You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, GH fans. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt with some huge news. At long last, Steve Burton is back to the ABC soap as mob assassin Stone Cold Jason Morgan. It is confirmed, and we've got lots of details that you need, including timing, why he's back, how he's back, all that. We're going to dig into it, but if you haven't already, please click subscribe so you don't miss any General Hospital spoilers, news, and more. So back in late July, I published a leak that I had gotten from someone who has a family member who works behind the scenes at GH. They've leaked some really good stuff over the years, and they're pretty accurate. To be completely transparent, not everything they leak manifests. Some of it are things that they hear being discussed, among writers and other people that are in production, and those don't always, work out. But I'd say 70 to 80% of the time, what they leak comes true. So back in July, the leaker said the ABC soap opera was in talks to work out a return for Steve Burton. If you don't remember or weren't watching back then, during the pandemic, General Hospital was the only soap opera to implement a vaccine mandate. And it was reportedly at the insistence of one very vocal, very politically motivated cast member who was, according to a set insider, basically, I don't know what word to use to describe. The way it was described to me, the word that was told to me was that they were terrorizing cast and crew with demands that went above and beyond what safety standards had established, what any other soap had set as a standard, what any other TV show had set as a safety standard during the pandemic. So reportedly, this person is the reason that GH implemented the mandate when no other soap had it. And this insider, by the way, is the wife of an actor that was on General Hospital. So Steve Burton, at the point this all went down, had already had COVID. In fact, he said he was pretty sure he picked it up at work on the ABC soap set. He asked for a medical exemption to the mandate because he'd already had the virus, and then he asked for a religious exemption. Both were denied. You may also remember that Ingo Rademacher, the actor that played Jax, also asked for the same exemptions. Both he and Burton were denied the request. They were both fired for noncompliance. Burton left in a more amicable manner and was killed off in a way that was easily seen was reversible for him to come back from the dead one day. Jax was just sent out of town. He didn't even say goodbye. They just mentioned, oh, he's gone. I doubt we will see him back because Rademacher sued ABC over it. He lost the case on summary judgment, which means it never went to a jury. The judge issued a verdict based on the paperwork he read, basically. It's now an appeal. Who knows? Anyway, Steve Burton landed a gig over on Days of Our Lives, one of the 3 other soaps that had no vaccine mandate. So on Days, Burton reprised his very first soap opera role. If you didn't know it, Days of Our Lives was his first soap role. He played high schooler Harris Michaels back in 1988. The role didn't last long, just 12 episodes, but the guy who's the showrunner at Days now, Ron Carlivati, was once the head writer at General Hospital, so they are old pals. So he hired him and gave him a 1-year contract. But Steve Burton confirmed just a few days ago that he had finished his 1-year contract at Days of Our Lives and filmed his final episodes in December. That left him free to ink a new deal with General Hospital. If you also happen to watch Days of Our Lives or occasionally watch Days of Our Lives, please note you will keep seeing Steve Burton as Harris Michaels until about June or July because the Peacock soap opera shoots 6 to 7 months ahead. So we'll be seeing him on both soaps simultaneously, even though he is only shooting GH as of now. So General Hospital announced Steve Burton's return in a brand new promo that dropped at the tail end of the 60th anniversary special, GH 60 Years of Stars and Storytelling. I'm going to show you the promo in just a couple of minutes. It's very intriguing because it wasn't just Burton in the promo. It also featured Laura Wright, who plays Carly Corinthos Spencer, and Kelly Monaco, who plays Sam McCall. So in the promo I'm going to show you, it begins with Laura Wright opening a door and stepping through it. And she says, you know what they say, when one door closes and then the spotlight flips to another door and Kelly Monaco walks through and says, another door opens. And then they stand there kind of smiling at each other for just a moment. And then out of the door between them, out of the darkness and fog, steps Steve Burton in his signature Jason Morgan outfit, black tee, black jeans, black leather jacket. And Burton says, happy birthday, General Hospital. Stay tuned. Big things are coming to Port Charles. So by big things, I guess he means his big old muscles. I'm pretty excited to know that he's back from the dead, that Jason's back from the dead yet again. I do have to say, though, I really enjoyed Burton over on Days. Part of that enjoyment was that Tamara Braun was his scene partner. She played this character, Ava Vitale, this lady mobster. If you do not recall, Tamara Braun was Carly number 2 before they hired Laura Wright. She also then later played Kim Nero, Drew Kane's baby mama. She was the mom of Oscar, the kid who died. So I'm super duper excited that somebody dug through the rubble of that tunnel and dragged Jason Morgan to safety. So I wonder if Victor Cassadine has had hold of him for a while and maybe he got loose now that Victor's dead, you know? I mean, Jason was chasing down Peter August at the time of his alleged soapy death, who was a known associate of Victor's. Do you remember the last time that Jason Morgan came back from the dead, by the way? He had left GH and had gone over to Young and the Restless for a while. And then they had brought over Billy Miller, God rest his soul, over to play who we were initially told was Jason, but later was then turned out to be his twin Drew, despite the fact that he is a decade too young, not as tall as him, built nothing like him. Very weird. So once Burton came back to General Hospital in 2017, Billy Miller left and we wound up with then a recast with Cameron Matheson in the role of Drew. So at least Cameron Matheson and Steve Burton are of an age to be twins, and they are built a lot alike. Both are the same height, all that good stuff. Back then, though, in 2017, Jason returned as Patient 6, this scary guy who was kept drugged to the gills in an asylum thanks to Peter August. So I suspect someone else has him since his supposed death in 2021. One of 2 deaths that Jason has had by my count. He was shot to death and kicked into the harbor of Port Chuck back in 2012 and allegedly died. But really, Peter had wound up getting a hold of him and kept him stashed away. Then he died again in 2021 when they had to write him out over the vaccine mandate. So we last saw Jason in the tunnels. I think it was in Greece, if I recall the location correctly, in a shootout with Peter. Jason was trying to save Drew and Liesl and Britt Westbourne, and he succeeded, but then he died a very soapy death while saving them. And of course, I think all the viewers have been wondering when and if Steve Burton would be back once the mandate lifted at General Hospital, and now it has. So with the appearance of both Carly and Sam as part of his return promo, it also has me wondering if they're both going to be romancing him. Are we about to get some big triangle action? If you're wondering when he's going to appear as Jason Morgan, well, that's easy to guess. He wrapped shooting at Days in December, and this promo aired a week since he confirmed that he had wrapped shooting at Days. And so that means a couple of things. The ABC soap was already talking to him while he was still wrapping up his run at Days of Our Lives, because that's the only way to get him from being done at Days and being shooting at GH a week later. They were already in talks. But the earliest that he could have begun filming at GH would have been early January, roughly, based on when he said he finished over at the Peacock soap. That puts his return just in time for February sweeps, which runs February 1st through 28th, 2024. So we will definitely let you know more Jason Morgan spoilers once we have them. But for today, the huge news is Stone Cold is back, and that's going to change everything on the character canvas in Port Charles. Let me know what you think. I'm going to show you that juicy GH Burton promo in just a moment, but be sure to drop your comments on this huge casting news. Click subscribe if you haven't already, and come back soon because we will have updates on this and other General Hospital spoilers and news, because as always, we're here talking soap 7 days a week. This has been Belinda from Soap Dirt. Now buckle up. Here's the big promo with the reveal that Steve Burton is back as Jason Morgan.
You know what they say, when one door closes,
another door opens.
Happy anniversary, General Hospital. Stay tuned. Big things are coming to Port Charles.